looking for a bolt.
It's just a little goop.
Yeah, no.
Probably about 14 or 15 years worth of goop.
I'll go magnet fishing before I start.
Oh man, where's your cojones?
Yeah.
I think that thing lifts straight up so you can get the screen off so you can stick your hand in the goop.
Yeah, see, now you're filming my misery.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate that.
Oh, well, this is a memory you could save for a lifetime.
No, that don't come up.
Oh wow. Yeah, try to lift it great, I guess. Oh, there you go. Oh, did you hear the goop as you lifted it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Stick your hand in it. the people want to see.
The people want to see.
Yeah, see that magnet's not gonna find it. You're gonna have to use your fingers.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna do my best. Oh, there's a bunch of metal down there.
See? Yeah, you're gonna have to stick.
See, that's not cool.
That's all you're gonna get. You're gonna have to stick the hand in there.
This is not cool at all. Thanks for filming my misery here.
You're welcome. Wouldn't have it any other way.
I appreciate it. That's not cool at all.
Something for you to look back on.
Oh yeah. That
pushes on in there.
not cool at all.
Hey, how's it going everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. So, didn't quite push Tommy's arm into the pit of nasty, and he didn't have to stick his hand in there, though I did give it a little try, just kind of joking with him, but he did end up finding the missing bolt that he had for this valve cover that he needed to be able to put it back together the correct way, right? I gave him an alternative, a different bolt, a different grommet, but it was a little indifferent. He would have had to alter it. End of the day, he finally did find it and was able to put it back in. Not the very end of the day, but you know what I mean. Like, he found it and he was able to install the correct fastener, right? So just those of you that are cleaning valve covers or anything else that has fasteners still attached to it in the parts washer, yes, even though they don't look like they come out because they're just held in that good, there's usually a grommet, and as soon as it gets hot and then it gets cold and it swells and whatever, and it comes apart, okay? This rubber will come apart. So just give it enough pry and effort and pull them all out before you go cleaning it in the parts washer. Okay, but today's discussion, we're gonna be talking more a little bit about this tool web by the ISN company that Jeff gave us last week, because we're getting ready to step into Cool Tool Tuesday, and I'm not sure if he's going to have the October ProTech catalog or not, but this tool catalog is a quarterly catalog, so this is going to cover October through December of 2020. Let's kick it off with some numbers here, starting with number 1. How about the NoCo battery jump pack? Now I have one. I don't know that it's the GB70 because they make a few of them, but that jump pack has been phenomenal. Not saying that the Tac Life one hasn't been great because we haven't used it long enough, and Lord knows, plenty of you guys have already put down the comments that you have thoroughly enjoyed their product line so far, but time will tell all. I cannot say anything real super positive or super negative about it. I can just say that it's got all the features and benefits that the other jump packs have. I'm just curious to see how many cars it needs to be jumped with before we need to charge it again, a couple other things like that. Let's jump on into item number 2. I have some of these pages marked. Give me a second. Now I know you guys probably aren't really expecting a whole lot of scan tool talk out of this video, but I know that there's some of you that actually are curious at increasing your scanner's quality or what it can actually cover or not cover. I'm going to give a little honorable shout out here for item number 2 that was on a page here that I flipped through of the Autel Ultra. Now I also will throw a brief little caveat down here that I had been looking at the Autel IM608. Thank you very much, Welding Junkie. I did look into that. I was pretty impressed with its capabilities, but I've heard a lot of people, to include JRC54, that have picked up the Ultra or that are considering picking up the Ultra, and the ones that haven't love it. So that had to be item number 2. Item number 3, how about this Gearwrench curved handle with 2 spark plug sockets that have universal joints on them. One coming in at 5/8, the other one at 13/16. Seems like a pretty hot tool deal to me at $120.82. Maybe we can see if it's cheaper on Amazon, if it's even available. Like I said, I haven't really seen too many of the comfort grip options on Amazon, but if I can find it, I'll make sure to put the affiliate link down below. So if you guys have questions about pricing, let's call it true pricing, it'll be down in the description. Because a lot of the prices that you see out of this catalog are going to be a lot higher than what you can expect to find them for online. The next couple of sets, right? We got the Gearwrench Comfort Grip Locking Flex Head 92th ratchets, both in a 2-piece set as well as a 3-piece set. So if you want 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch, or do you just want the 1/4 inch and 3/8, they have them here too. As well as non-comfort grip. So if you wanted them again, 1/4 inch or 3/8, or 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. So I'm pretty excited about them. A lot of guys have been asking me what I think of the 92s. I really don't know what to think just yet, guys. I haven't tried them out. And I know that there's been some argument, well, I have the 84 or 87, or I have the XP 120, I don't need that. Well, you may consider it. There's supposed to be some differences there for quality, for strength. Not to mention, obviously there's some comfort grip option there. I don't know about the 120 XP and the comfort grip. Maybe they have them, maybe they don't. Let's get on to the next one. Item number 5. Now I know this shows it in a 4-piece set, but they also have it available in a 3-piece set. Got to give it up to EZRED here with the magnetic collapsible trays, because I have a few. They were NoCo branded. They're in a hexagonal shape. These are in square shape. Same function, same idea. Love them. Okay, those things are freaking handy for smaller fasteners especially. Love the depth. Okay, item number 6, and it really almost should be 6 and 7, but I'm going to pair them together because you could get this in one entire set, or if you choose to, you could buy the one and then buy the other one in the color that you so should desire. And it's the power probe setup. So one of them is meant to find a short or an open in a circuit, comes with the wire piercer probes, couple other little doodads, and it has a CD that shows you how to use it if you're not already sure. And I think some techs have actually done videos on these as well on YouTube. And then of course you got the newest Power Probe 3 EZ in different colors. You can get it in camo, green, or red. I've seen some other ones in silver too, but I have the Power Probe 3. A lot of diagnostic guys really love that Power Probe, man. It does come in handy. You gotta be careful when you're supplying power to something. Okay, item number 8. Got to give this up because a lot of people have used Milwaukee products. They love this. It's the 1/2 inch M18 Fuel. I had the 1/2 inch. I had both batteries and the charger with very few issues. Okay, one of them being the friction ring, the other one being the battery slot. But overall, it did do its job, and it compared very well against the Dewalt, which is item number 9, the Dewalt. I love the Dewalt so far. I have not had it for quite 1 year yet, but I love the anvil instead of the friction ring, and I haven't had any battery slop issues. Pretty close in comparison as far as price. I got mine on a promo or a hot deal over at Home Depot. You may wait until the holidays because they're coming. What's coming? Black Friday's coming, Christmas sales are coming, right? Lots of upcoming sales events getting ready to take place that are going to knock either one of these products down in price. So hold on to your pennies, gentlemen, because you might get it cheaper if you just hold off for a little bit. Keep using that air gun that you're getting sick and tired of. Keep borrowing it from so-and-so that keeps whining and complaining. Item number 10, I'm gonna give it up to the Ingersoll Rand air compressor. Now granted, you might not need a 60-gallon air compressor. A lot of people would say that. I don't need a 60-gallon air compressor. But I'll tell you what, I don't have to worry about that thing kicking on too often, too quick with me using a plasma cutter, grinders, impacts, things like that. I ran with a 22-gallon GM compressor from O'Reilly's for many of years, and let me tell you, there was just not enough pressure in order to break something loose with the 1/2 inch impact or 3/8 impact, or even using an air hammer. Wasn't until I got up to a higher capacity with the PSI rating that I needed and the CFM to get the job done. So I'm going to give it up to Ingersoll Rand here on this one. Plus it's made in the USA. Let's go on to item number 11. How about the TechAngle Gearwrench 3/8 drive, and I believe they make it in a 1/2 inch drive too for a little bit more. Now this is what I love about this product, and I don't know that I have actually found the 1/2 inch one on Amazon, but I have found the 3/8 one, I believe. What I love about it is they're not charging too much more for the 1/2 inch option. Now with Snap-on, it's almost night and day difference. I mean, I think it's like, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure Snap-on guys are gonna quote me, But I think the 3/8 drive is somewhere around 4, maybe 5, and I think the 1/2 inch is like 6, maybe we're somewhere around 7. So a couple $100 difference there. Whereas with Gearwrench, you're talking maybe about a $50 difference, $40 difference. It's pretty close in price. One coming in at $218.57, the other one at $245. So okay, maybe like a $30 difference. Really, I like the fact they're not overcharging for another one. Makes it pretty affordable for you to buy both. Item number 12, and this is more of a, I've seen guys and I know guys that own these that love them, but how about the Mountain Double Flex box end wrenches here, okay? These things are amazing. I think Tommy has them. I think that Shane went with the XP option here, and so did Joey, and I went with the 0 offset flush flex heads from NoCo for a specific reason, because the Mountain ones, they do have a little bit of a raised lip on them, but they still seem to be phenomenal for other people that have used them. How about item number 13? Gonna go with the vice grips here, the whole vice grip set. I haven't ran into too many situations as a mechanic where I needed vice grips. Not saying that you would have the same exact luck that I have. The very few times that I've ran into a situation where I needed vice grips, it was usually needle nose vice grips, and I have the little Milwaukee ones that I bought from Home Depot at work. The other ones, I don't do a lot of welding or brazing at work, and I'm not always stuck in a pickle like that. If I am, I'm usually using some kind of an extractor, right? And if I'm pinching off hoses, I've got hose pinch offs for that. So I keep the majority of my set here at the house for welding opportunities and welding projects. All right, item number 14, I'm gonna give it up to the 20-piece screwdriver set by Gearwrench here, okay? I think it's a phenomenal set. I've heard nothing but good things from other people that have reviewed this set. I personally have not reviewed the Gearwrench set before. Haven't tried them, but I've seen them enough on Jeff's truck to where I think they look and feel comfortable. And they look like they're pretty good quality. So I'm gonna give it up to them for that. The Gearwrench 243-piece set. Cannot say anything bad about this set so far, for the exception of the one 8mm deep socket that did split week 1 that we traded out. But since then, I have been using the one that I got warrantied out with from Jeff and have not had an issue since. Now, actually, I'm a little bit surprised that I'm starting to like these 6-point combination wrenches, because I've always ever used 12-point, be it a ratchet or a regular combination wrench. But I've actually gotten a lot of enjoyment out of having this 6-point, and really, I can usually get them on most fasteners that I need to without needing twice the amount of teeth. Let's move on to the next one here. How about, as an honorable mention, Vim Bits, okay? They have a master set. These things are phenomenal. Shane has them, Joey has them, Tommy has them. I have very few that are VIM made, but I think I got the triple square ones. Those things are great. Man, I'm telling you, for bits, if you're looking for bits or triple squares or Torx bits or Allens, VIM is a pretty damn good way to go about it, okay? I'm just throwing that out there. They seem to be of good quality, and I've enjoyed having the ones that I have. And same with other guys in the shop. All right, let's go with item number 16 and 17. We kind of touched it a little bit on this last video, but how about the Gearwrench indexing pry bars and the Mayhew regular striking pry bar set? Yes, as an entry-level mechanic, you're gonna want the striking pry bar set first. Indexing pry bars do come in handy, but there are certain situations that you're not gonna like using the index pry bars. You're gonna just want the generic striking cap pry bars. The angle on them is better for most situations that you're gonna run into. Now, I've got 2 indexing pry bars. I think Tommy has a 3-piece set from Gearwrench, and I think that my boss has a 3-piece set from Gearwrench. They've loved those, but again, it's not really the first go-to. The first go-to is always just the regular tried and true pry bar or striking pry bar. Striking pry bars are kind of like a newish version of just the regular handle ones. The regular handle ones still exist, but you know what I'm talking about when I say the generic ones. Let's go ahead and dive on into the next one. All right, item number 19, we're gonna go with the Mighty Vac fluid extractor. This thing's freaking great. Now, they do have a taller one that not only extracts the fluid, but can put fluid in, which can be wildly beneficial. But you have to clean it out every time. And if that becomes an annoyance, then you have one that extracts and then you have one that fills. And Mighty Vac sells all 3. So you can get the 2-in-1 or you can get the other 2 individually. Either way, you're gonna want both at some point in time, because you're gonna have certain transmissions and situations that you get into that you don't have a choice and you have to feed fluid up into a little tiny hole in the bottom of the trans pan and hope that it takes it all. Howdy. Okay, let's move on to the next one here. And they do, of course, have various adapters that go with the kit. Item number 20 and 21. So talking about 20 for a minute, how about the Steelman Chassis Ears? These things do come in handy. The fact that it's Bluetooth and you don't have cables strung all over the door, wrapped around the mirror, taped everywhere. I love the idea that it is Bluetooth and still works. You got more batteries that you got to put in, cool. But you're not going to be on a road test long enough to burn them up, and it should last you a good amount of time before you have to replace them. 21, Mighty Vac power steering vacuum puller. So you put a vacuum on the power steering reservoir. Anytime you've done power steering, you fill it up. You know there's going to be air. You might get that initial whine in the beginning, okay? You put these on there, use a little handheld vacuum pump or the Mighty Vac to suck the air up. You'll see the fluid rise up, and then you let off and it settles back down. Then you see the fluid rise up and you let off and it goes back down. Top it off and do so a few times and then go back and forth to get the remaining air out of the rack. Okay, that's the way that it works. They are a great thing to have. Now we're gonna be talking about Irwin here for a minute because there was a 22, 23, and 24 all in Irwin that I really liked here. The drill bits, the Cobalt drill bits, they have the Turbo Max bits, they've got some for plastic, they got the reverse thread drill bits, they've got the extractors, they've got two different styles of extractors, internal, external, whether you're trying to drill a hole out and extract the stud out, or you want to get a hold of a rounded bolt and pull that out. And then of course we got the tap and die set, all Irwin. Most trucks all rebranded, Snap-on, Matco, Cornwell. Everybody rebrands this product, but when it comes down to the end of the day, Irwin's making these things and they are absolutely phenomenal. Again, if you guys would like pricing and details, I have put them all down in the description for you. Be sure to check them out if you have an interest in any of these. Item number 25, Stinger flashlight. Really can't say enough positive things about this. Yes, I'm aware, a magnetic flashlight that sticks underneath the vehicle to shine on something works great when you can find a magnetic spot in the area that you need it. The EZRED headlamps that you see me guys using all the time, after you've used them enough and it gets hot and cold, etc., they expand and then they start flopping everywhere. Unless you wear a hat most of the time, they will usually stay on and attached if you're using a hat, but sometimes the flat bill gets in the way, so your boy has to turn his hat around, but they still hold on and they seem to work. Other things that are going to be used for flashlights, and they sell them too, the pen style flashlights, but overall you're going to want some decent flashlights, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and dive on into the next one here. How about this mobile workstation? Now I have one that's from Monster, but it's sold by KTools. These mobile workstations are great, not just for diagnostic work and you being able to set your diagnostic tablet on there easily so it doesn't get hopefully knocked off and it's completely separated from everything else. Your DVOM, if you're underneath the car, you can put your DVOM on it. If you're a heavy line mechanic, you can use your magnetic trays and have everything organized and set up on there. I have not gone to the extent of putting a cylinder head on top of this thing because I don't believe it was intended for that, and with the 6-liter heads and other things like that, I just don't think that there's a reason for it. But my coworkers have borrowed the cart and they've used it for carburetor rebuilds and a handful of other things, so the cart does come in handy. Very easy to maneuver throughout the shop, and you're not having to lug your entire service cart around or a tool cart. 27, the Lang retainer pliers. Okay, I have Lang tools. Lang tools have served me well. They also sell compression testers, leak down testers. They have the back pressure testers for your exhaust. They have the snap ring pliers. I got the punches, right? These things are all great products. I think Lang does a really good job. And the retaining ring pliers, I just don't see why they wouldn't do just as good as the snap ring pliers. And guys and gals, dudes and dudettes, children of all ages, that is going to wrap it up for our Tool Web quarterly catalog for October through December. We won't see another one until January, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. Most of the other things that we didn't see in pages that I didn't make mention of is more geared towards shop environment, shop use. Your transmission jacks, your lifts, your pullers, your other specialty jacks, just things that you guys aren't really going to be looking at too much. I did make mention of one air compressor in there because I think it is something worthy of noting because I've got one and I love it. Why would a DIY ever need something this big? How about because sometimes you want to use that 1/2 inch impact or that 3/8 impact. Maybe you want to do some hobbyist welding and you want to use a plasma cutter. You need air. And you need enough air to be able to operate those kind of tools. Maybe you want to get into body paint and you want to paint a car. Well, you don't want anything less than a 60-gallon air compressor with so many CFMs because you're going to be having a lot of water issues from the resonator inside the damn tank. So just don't, okay? Look, if you're going to do stuff like this at home and those are the things you want to do, go with the bigger tank. Now, I managed to make it through just fine with my 22-gallon for as long as I needed, but most of the things I was doing was setting tire pressure, maybe using cordless ratchets, die grinders, things like that, which they weren't really intended for either. But when it came to impacts, I knew I was beat and I had to break it loose with a breaker bar. Breaker bars do come in handy still even to this day. So, just throwing that out there. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, smash the thumbs up button. If you didn't, smash the thumbs down. Share if you want to share. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hopefully for Cool Tool Tuesday, we'll get an October Pro Tech catalog. And of course, we'll go ahead and discuss that. But that's all I got for this video. We'll see you guys next time. Cheers and deuces.